Hello everybody and welcome to another Thirdage Reforged quickie video. So today we have the release of 0.96.1 and this is just a quick install guide about how to do so. So I've zoomed into this image and we're going to run this through together just so you can see how everything works. I'm just going to start on the home page here, so you can see here. This is the home page. So if you haven't got 0.95, please do so. But that's not what we're looking for. We are looking for, if you scroll down, the 0.96.1 hotfix. Please read the guide, and this will become important. I know that maybe I didn't go into as much detail of this in the previous one, but please, 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 if you are having problems, read the install guide, as this will contain all the information that we have and most of the sort of issues and problems that you might face and how to resolve some of them. So the first things first then, obviously if you want to read these, you can read them instead. The important part here is there's going to be a password. So remember Melon, and we'll go from there. Now I haven't got this installed on my system, so unlike the previous one where you had to sort of imagine how things go, I'm going to be able to show you how I do this from start to end. Now one thing I would say is that my pathing is already known to be correct. If you have a sort of a hard drive which has been split, so you've got a D drive and a C drive, you may need to change it, or you may need to look for where Steam has saved the original. Those that already have it in a different sort of partition will probably know this already from when they've downloaded previous ones, but if you're new to this, please be aware if you have a partition, Steam may have saved the game on the other side, in which case you'll have to manually go and search for the correct sort of pathing, which otherwise you wouldn't have. So, we're just going to download this, so let's get this started and on its way. It should automatically download for me, but we'll see what happens. Should be in the Word. Let's just see if I can kick it up. There we go. So, first things first, you will need WinZip or the equivalent. So, let's just get this sorted. Was working fine, and we'll just wait for this to start downloading so we can see it here moving through. So while it's doing that, just to let you know that obviously there's been a number of changes that have come part of this hotfix. Again, just minor balancing and tweaking. You can actually see those in the instructions as well. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, just for people who'd like to see the changelog, you can see a number of the changes there. Most of them happening there with Landris. You can see significant changes there as they go through. And Lothlorien. So it's the elves that have taken a lot. And actually Harad had a lot, especially with some of their pikemen and spears. Some of their lower tier sort of units have had a few changes. So again, you can always have a flick through those if you want. You can see that actually the morale of the Blackwell engineers has gone up, so they're a pretty good unit before, they're a pretty good unit now. Some people might be asking why there have been so many changes to Isengard, because a lot of people talk about their prices in the past. I think that it's more that other units have come into line with them a bit more in terms of pricing, as opposed to them being brought down. But again, you'll just have to ask a developer about that if you want to ask anything else. So we're just going to watch this just tick through to its final sort of point. I know this is the most exciting thing that you guys have ever seen. This is sort of creme de la creme video YouTube gold. But again, I want to go through all the way through because, again, some people didn't get to see it in the same way before. So we're going to just open this file. So you may get, by the way, for those who've done this, not done this before, you might get something like this asking you to purchase. Just ignore it. Just close it away. It doesn't matter. Forget that. Okay, so we're going to go into the file. We're going to find the XE. Okay, we're just going to start running it through. Now, what's going to happen, which is different to normal, after you sort of say that you're happy for it to allow changes, is you're going to get a box like this. See, it's going to ask you for a password. Now, you might be thinking, wait a second, password, what's all that about? Again, if you read the installed instructions, you'll see this. This is partly our attempt to try and encourage people to read and have a look through what we've got in here. And you remember I said at the very start to remember Melon? Melon. Then we're going to start doing this. So Should be able to just take that password, just bash it in, and there you're in. You're in, and now this is the part. So here, this is automatically going to know where my sort of saves have been. So this is going to find it in the C drive. But again, if you've got a partition, it might be on the D drive. If so, consider having a look through the browsing. So you're just going to hit yes. You're going to start going into that folder. You're going to start bashing through. You're going to say install. Cannonball's very happy next to me. He's got a new chair today, so he's excited about that. So you can all hear him happily away. So this is going to start just sort of chugging through on its own thing. It might ask if you want to replace files. We'll find that very quickly. Again, you're doing this for the first time with myself. It's relatively quick. Most of the changes are more about sort of stat related. So there are some visual changes in terms of some of the look and feel, I believe, of the trolls. Imagine sort of Battlefield Middle Earth 2. And you'll get a good idea of some of the visuals if you haven't seen them before. Again, obviously, if you still have any problems, you can join our Discord. There is a help and support, so you can go there. And there you go, it's finished. It's all done and dusted. So that's how it is. It didn't have to do any changes, already knew how to do it. So hopefully this has helped people. Hopefully people will have a bit more of an idea about what they need to do. Like I said, it's a slight change in terms of having the password in there, but like I said, it's encouraging you for the best to have a good read of what you need to do with these steps. So my name's been Cannon Fodder, you've been you, this has been a quickie video for Thirdage Reforged.